What's up, everybody? Welcome back to Team Fish Knuckles' YouTube channel. Today is Expanded Thursday, and at the Hendersonville League Cup, we actually saw a Lurantis Vileplume play round 1. Now, unfortunately, they did lose, but when I saw that, I was like, oh man, we actually haven't covered this deck at all. And you know, today's the perfect day because it's Expanded Thursday. And for those who don't know, Ross, a really fantastic player. He's earned his Worlds White every single year that he's played, if I remember correctly. He ended up getting 7th place at St. Louis Regionals with his Lurantis Vileplume deck and expanded, so why not showcase his deck off, something we haven't seen before, and explain how does this deck work. Now, we've seen Lurantis before, we know what it does. Lurantis-GX 210 HP, Flower Supply 40, attach 2 basic energy cards from your discard pile to your Pokemon in any way you like. Solar Blade 120, healed 30 damage for his Pokemon, and Lurantis-GX. This attack does 50 damage, times the amount of grass when you attach to this Pokemon. You can only use 1 GX attack per game, and that's what we're going to use today. Now, we play a 4-3 line, so you set up. Ross played a 4-3 line to get it set up ASAP. A 2-2-2 Vileplume. Once again, like Vileplume just shuts down anything with his irritating pollen. You can't play any item cards from their hand. Now this deck is kind of like the Decidueye Vileplume, except you don't have Feather Arrow, and you do a little bit more damage with Flower Supply. They both need 3 energies, while Decidueye needs a DC and Grass. This one needs 2 Grass and a Colors, which is not too hard to power up thanks to Flower Supply. You can just like put 2 Grass and use anywhere. Remember, it's any way you like. So you can put one on the active, one on the bench, and the next turn start Solar Blading. The only problem is 40 plus 120 is not enough for a knockout. That's the key here. It does not take knockouts like Double Rage Leaf does. It only does 160. But we'll fix that here in a second. Cooler Scythe is a really cool attack because if your opponent puts a bunch of energies on one of the Pokemon and that's going to be their main attacker, you can Cooler Scythe to knock it out and make it where you set them behind even more, which does help out a lot. 3 Shaymin, and that's going to be our whole deck. Nothing else, just pretty plain and simple. But 2 Acro Bike, look at top 2 cards of your deck, put 1 in your hand, discard the other. 3 Battle Compressor, and I'll go over that one second place of 3. 1 Computer Search for consistency, and 1 Pal Pad, which I don't think we've seen this card in such a long time, but you shuffle 2 supporter cards from your discard pile back into your deck, which is really good to get back those AZs or Lysandres early in the game, or I guess like when you early game after you discard, you get them back. And we'll play 4 Revitalizers. And that's why you play Battle Compressor. You can Compressor, discard some Grass Pokemon, and then Revitalizer back into your hand to help you get that turn 1 Vileplume Lurantis and be good to go. 4 Trainers Mail, 4 Ultra Ball for maximum consistency, and 4 Forest of Giant Plants, which is the magic card that makes this all possible, making our Grass Pokemon evolve their first turn. They are put down. 4 AZ, yeah, 4 AZ. You're going to notice no Flowstone, no switching cards, just 4 AZ to return 1 Pokemon back into your hand and discard all cards attached to that Pokemon, which means you can pick up a Vileplume, return it back into your hand, and you can pick up really heavily damaged Lurantis, because what you can do is pick up a Lurantis that has a ton of damage on it, put it back into your hand, put it back down, and maybe a Flower Supply to that one they just put down, maybe just like take a knockout with the Solar Blade, whatever you want to. And that's where like this deck kind of shines with AZ and how you can just recycle your Grass Pokemon and heal them over and over again. 2 Lysandre, bring a Pokemon off the bench. 1 in, which is still pretty crazy to me, but it does make sense with the 3 Shaymin and like the 4 Revitalizer, because you really just want to draw through your deck quickly as possible turn 1, and then be good to go for the rest of the game. You really don't need ends that much. And 4 Sycamore, like I said, we need to draw as fast as we can. And 1 Silver Bangle. Now this 1 Silver Bangle is very important. So Silver Bangle, you do 30 more damage to an active Pokemon EX, which is really nice, because now what you can do is Flower Supply for 70 and set up knockouts later on. You can do like 70 and then later on do Solar Blade for 120, take a knockout. You can also just like Chlor Scythe with 4 energies plus a Silver Bangle for 230, which is really cool. Like that 30 damage matters so much. The cool thing about Silver Bangle, it doesn't work on EX Pokemon, but GXs are not EXs, they are GXs, so Silver Bangle does work on it, which is fantastic. And 9 Grass energies. And remember, this is Ross's deck he used to get 7th place at the St. Louis Regional Championship. I don't recall what he lost to. I think it was Decidueye Vileplume. I think that's a little bit bad matchup for you, especially, well, it's not too bad. I think they went 1-1 if I remember correctly. I could be totally wrong if they didn't play that at all, but I do remember Lurantis playing against a Decidueye, and they went 1-1, and then Decidueye won out. in that matchup. But with Decidueye, you have Feather Arrows and stuff like that. You have Taurus and Lugia. You have other attackers that can actually deal with Lurantis a little bit better. While Lurantis can't even two-shot a Decidueye. Like, I mean, it can, but like you need back-to-back 3 energies, and that's hard to do. And once Vileplume comes out, it definitely makes them both weird. Like, who goes first is actually like a really big deal in the mirror match, like against Decidueye Vileplume, because if I go first and I get a turn 1 like Vileplume Lurantis, I shut that down, which is really nice. If they go first, get out of Vileplume and Decidueye, they shut us down, and that's the big thing here. But guys, hope you enjoyed this deck. This deck is a lot of fun. It is really, really strong. It's a little bit more consistent than Decidueye Vileplume because you don't have to get down to 2 stage 2s. You only have to get down to stage 1 and a stage 2. But guys, hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching, and let's see this deck in action. Alright, so we against Big Boy Geo playing a Psychic and a Colorless deck. Alrighty, so heads, come on, baby. And we won the coin flip. We'll be able to go first. Yes, and can we get that turn 1 Vileplume is the $1 million question. Alright, so we have a mulligan. I mean, if this hand was it a mulligan? I mean, I guess it depends what Pokemon it would be, because like there's a lot of good stuff in here to get us turn 1. But sorry, excuse me, guys. How many of y'all just yawned? Is that contagious? Is yawning contagious? I'm pretty sure it is. Like, whenever I see somebody yawn, I always yawn. Whenever somebody talks about yawning, sometimes people yawn, so that's another thing. But waiting for opponent to choose an act Pokemon. What is Big Boy Geo playing here? Is a Psychic and a Colors, which could be a Mega Mewtwo deck, which we really haven't seen and expanded. I mean, it's probably just Trevenant, right? I imagine it's just Trevenant. Alright, so press done. Get a new hand, and yeah, it's most likely going to be Trevenant. So, we have a pretty good turn 1, especially if we, like, Trainers Mail for our Forest, like, we're good to go. So, press done, and let's see, what do we top deck here? Show me that Phantom. We are going first, so can we get the turn with Vileplume? Right now, it's looking really hopeful. Alright. So, let's see. Alright, so there's a Sigilyph. Wow, just to let you know, Fomantis is not a EX, he's a GX. So Grass Energy, Ultra Ball, discard 1 to 2 to grab a Shaymin. Okay. I'm not even looking to see what's prized. We're going to put a Lurantis in the active. We're going to Shaymin for 6 new cards. And let's see, what do we find with this Shaymin-EX? I mean, Sigilyph, what is he playing? I don't know. Alright, so we get a Gloom. We get an Ultra Ball, discard 1 and 2. Actually, I'm gonna discard these 2, just grab a Fomantis and the second one. We could like grab a Vileplume right now, which is like really good, but we want to get another Lurantis play. So I'm gonna Sycamore, discard our hand, draw 7 new cards. Alrighty, so we can Compressor, discard 1, 2. And then, like, another Compressor, because it's not going to be useful anymore. I'm going to Revitalizer, get back 1 and 2. And we're actually having, like, a fantastic turn 1. Like, you can't complain about this at all. Lurantis coming down, Fomantis coming down, Trainers Mail. Gonna grab an N. No, grab a Sycamore for next turn. Alright. We'll play another Trainers Mail. We'll grab a Pal Pad. And with the Pal Pad, I will shuffle 2 supporter cards back in our deck. I'm going to grab AZ in the Sycamore. And we'll put down Vileplume and pass on to our opponent's turn. So a fantastic turn number 1. Like, that is probably pretty much like the best thing you can do, like turn 1. We got 2 Lurantis, a Fomantis, Vileplume, and a Shaymin. Doesn't matter what we're playing against. That turn 1 is what makes this deck so broken. Like, it doesn't matter what happens now. Like, if we're playing against Darkrai, we take away, like, Max Looks and all that kind of good stuff. Evital that plays, like, all those item cards. You got Mega Quads that plays all the item cards. Like, a lot of decks nowadays play a ton of item cards. And that turn 1 is, like, a monster to deal with. So there's a Juniper. They're going to discard their hand, draw 7 new cards. Discards. Yeah, it looks like it is a Trevenant deck, and they play like a Sigilyph to help out against Darkrai, most likely, because I don't think a lot of Dark decks play like Hax Maniac and that kind of stuff. But I mean, even if our opponent doesn't find a Pokemon, we can't win this turn. We actually could. We can Chlorocyte for 100 damage and win the game. Yep, we can turn 2 Lurantis GX for 100 damage, knock out Sigilyph, and there we go, we win the game. It looks like we were playing against a Trevenant deck because I mean, it discarded Burst Blow and all that kind of stuff that looked like it was Trevenant. He must be playing Sigilyph to help counter those dark decks, because like I said, a lot of them don't play Hax Maniac, and Sigilyph would probably just destroy them, which is actually a real cool idea. But guys, we'll see one more game of the deck here in a second. I know we didn't see too much, but that turn 1 is what makes this deck so strong and why it's like a really good deck and expanded. But guys, let's see what happens next game. Alrighty. Alright, so what against James Putt playing an all grass deck, which is very interesting. Are they playing Genesect Frisian? Oh man, I'd be so excited playing against that. So we won the coin flip. We'll be able to go first. Okay, yes. I mean, he's got Genesect coin, deck box, sleeves. We got double Fomantis start, Acro Bike, Trainers Mail. Okay, so we'll double Fomantis. And what I'm going to do first is Acro Bike, then Trainers Mail, because we could technically dig a little bit deeper. So press done. And there's a Genesect. Oh my goodness, I'm so excited right now. So Acro Bike, we'll grab the Oddish. Okay, we'll put down the Oddish Trainers Mail. Grab. Do we grab a Silver Bangle? Oh, dude, we're grabbing a Silver Bangle. It's probably smarter grabbing like a Revitalizer, but Silver Bangle on the active. Shaymin set it for 3. I'm not gonna attach just yet. I'm just gonna wait. And okay. We're Acro Bike. Give me a force. Compressor. Okay. With the Compressor, we're gonna discard all of our Glooms are prized. This is amazing. Alright. I'm actually really excited this happened. So I'm just going to discard Oddish, Vileplume, and just those two. Yeah, this is actually really cool. I've never been in this situation. So put a Grass Energy, Sycamore, discard our hand, draw 7 new cards. Alrighty, so we don't... I mean, we're fine. He can't really knock us out turn 1. So I'm just going to pass onto our opponent's turn. But man, we have both our Glooms prized. This actually makes me really happy. I want to see how this deck plays without Gloom. I mean, Vileplume, like, we didn't find a forest anyway, so we wouldn't have gotten a Vileplume out turn 1. But next turn, we can, Flower Supply. Yep, we have 2 energy play. There's a Plasma Energy. Gonna Rest Signal, and who will you bring up here? Gonna bring up the other Fomantis, which is fine. Alright, so pass to our turn. He didn't really do too much. So put down Fomantis, or Lurantis, sorry. Put down Fomantis. Put a Grass into the active. And I'm just going to Flower Supply for 40, putting 2 Grass Energies on the one of the active, maybe? Yeah, let's put one on the active and then one on the... Yeah, I think I'm going to put both on the active, because next time we can Color Sight for the game. We can do 150 plus 40 is 190. Yep. Alright, so my opponent's turn. I'm going to draw a card. There's a Skyla. They're going to search deck for an Ultra Ball, most likely, or a Nest Ball. Ooh, they got updated stuff. Alright, so Skyla for a Nest Ball. Alright, they're going to grab another Genesect, Grass Energy. They're going to call for Family. Alright, to get 2 more Grass Pokemon to play. What I'm going to do is just Solar Blade for the knockout, or pound this Fomantis even more. Okay. There's a Frisian and a Genesect coming down onto our turn. We get an AZ. I just can't believe we haven't found a Forest Giant Plants. We'll put a Grass News on the bench. I want to AZ pick up the Shaymin. Compressor, just discard some stuff out of our deck we don't need, like Compressor. And that's pretty much the only thing. And I want Shaymin for 4 new cards. Alright. Let's see, what do we find with the Shaymin? Find an AZ, Forest Giant Plants, and a Revitalizer. Okay. But no, there's no Lurantis in a discard pile, so I'm just gonna Solar Blade for 120. Okay. We got out of 5 prize cards. Do we find a Gloom or not? We find a Grass Energy, yes, not a Gloom. Alright, now when he throws this Frisian, we could, like, hypothetically, like, Color Sight for the knockout. It's gonna promote Genesect. Okay. Alrighty. There's a Grass Energy bench for Frisian. The colors, I guess he doesn't want to promote the Frisian because we can just Color Sight for a knockout. But I don't think I'm going to use Color Sight. I think I'm just going to wait right now and use it on like a fully powered Genesect. There's a Max Elixir. I'm going to put a Grass into that Frisian, a Genesect EX. There's another Max Elixir. Okay. Gonna put it, oh my goodness. Alright, that's cool. Alright, on our turn, we find an Ultra Ball. So I'm gonna Ultra Ball, discard an AZ and a Vileplume to get another Lurantis. Okay. We'll put down Lurantis-GX on the bench. We'll put a Grass Energy on it. And I think I'm going to Pal Pad put both AZs back in our deck. Force the act. Do we put down Force? Yeah, put down Force. And we'll just Sycamore, discard our hand, draw 7 cards. Looking for some more Lurantises. And we'll Ultra Ball, discard Shaymin and a Grass Energy. Alright, we'll grab another Lurantis. We'll put that down. And I think I'm just going to... Yeah, I'm going to Solar Blade for 120. Yeah, that's fine. We get Solar Blade again for the knockout. He has to find a switch or something to get out of the active. So under opponents, they're going to draw a card. And this is going to be very interesting. The cool thing about this matchup is the opponent, he plays like G-Booster, which could like hypothetically knock us out. But he only does 200. He'll have to find a Deoxys or swing the Virizion first. Yeah, alright. So, but if he swings a Virizion, well, I can only heal 30, so that doesn't matter too much. And how does our opponent take... I mean, I'm just excited playing against Virizion Genesect. This is a deck I got like over 500 points with. So if he has Seeker, I'm going to grab a Skyla. Will he grab a G-Booster? Or a Switch? He's got 2 like heavily damaged Genesects as well. And like with this Lurantis, we get Solar Blade to knock out this guy, which is really nice because he has the Silver Bangle on it, which is really cool. There's a Skyo Bridge giving him free treat for his Genesect. Okay. We've only played the 1 Force, so we should be fine. There's a Skyo Bridge come down, give it a free treat. Harassing this Genesect. We'll see retreat, and he's actually going to Megalo Cannon for 100. Do 20 that guy. But what I'm going to do right now is just Chloris Life, put a Harassing in the active, and just Chloris Life for 200. Alright. Taking out his only real attacker. We'll go down to 3 prize cards, so 1 and 2. We find an N and a Gloom. Alright, so next time we will get a Vileplume out. And who did he send up? He can't take a knockout with this Virizion. The max he can do is 50, so Grass Energy that guy. Via Seeker for a Chorus. Gonna get 7 new cards. Alright, so Chorus gonna get 7. What I'm gonna do is just like try to find a Revitalizer plus a Force Giant play to take a knockout. There's a fear about going to the bench for Virizion-EX, okay. And we'll see a Max Potion heal the 120 off that guy. Ooh, fancy. Alright, and they receive 50 damage. Okay. We have 60 HP left. He's going to put 2 Grass Energy on this Genesect. So 1 and 2. Okay. On our turn, we find a Forest of Giant Plants. Okay. So what I'm going to do is Trainers Mail. Grab an AZ. Okay. Trainers Mail again. To find a... Nope, not an AZ or Revitalizer. Okay, so this is where the magic happens. Because what we could do right now is... do we AZ this guy? Or do we just 2 retreat costs and hope he has an energy to knock it out? We could Chlorocyte get some... I mean, we could Flower Supply get some more energies in play. But then he can... So he can't attach G-Boost next time if we do this play. So what I am going to do, yeah, I think I'm going to AZ. Pick up this guy. Alright. We're going to sit in there Lurantis. Put down Fomantis. Put down Lurantis on this guy. Put down Force Giant Plants. Revitalizer. Get back these 2 guys. We'll put down a Gloom. Vileplume. And we will Flower Supply, actually. Yeah, we'll Flower Supply, get 2 Grass Energy to play, and do 70 damage. Put 2 on a bench Lurantis. Okay. 1 and 2. Alright, so on to our opponent's turn. He can't use any more item cards. That's fine. There's another Skyo Bridge coming down, giving that Virizion free retreat. And will he send up a Genesect this turn? Grass Energy Genesect, okay. And, if he swings his Virizion, what I'm going to do is just like Flower Supply for 70. And then this Lurantis can take a knockout on this guy. So on to our turn. We'll get our Vitalizer. Someone in. We'll get 3 new cards. He gets 6. Yes, that's fine. I'm just looking for a Lysandre later on. Alright, there's a Grass Energy. We'll put a Grass Energy this Lurantis. Put down Force Giant Plants again. And we will Flower Supply for 70. Putting 2 Grass Energies on this bench guy. So 1 and 2. And then next turn, like I said, we can use this Lurantis Solar Blade to take a knockout on this Genesect. Okay. Another Genesect will hit the field. Garasuni this Virizion. We haven't played a single Lysandre. There's a Megalo Cannon doing 120 this guy. But what we can do next turn is Solar Blade, knock out this guy, going out of 1 prize card, and he won't be able to take a knockout immediately. Okay. On our turn, we find a Trainers Mail. Alright, so we will just Solar Blade for the knockout. Okay. Going out of 1 prize card. We just need to find a Lysandre. Healing 20 off this guy. We'll take 2 prize cards, 1 and 2. We find a Gloom and a Lysandre. There we go. We have a Lysandre for next turn to bring up this Genesect or this Virizion and win the game. And you can see why Silver Bangle does matter so much. Skyfield will come down. Grass will come down. Does he have an end? Will he end us to 1 or not? And nope. Going to Emerald Slash for 60 damage. I mean, either way, he can't knock out this Lurantis in 2 turns. He'll have to use Genesect, which will do 120, which still doesn't knock us out. And on to our turn, we will Lysandre, bring up that Genesect, and we will Solar Blade for the knockout and take in the game. And this is why that one Silver Bangle made all the difference. And that was really cool to see. Wait, actually, no, that's not a knockout. Oh, man, I am bad at math. Oh, no, hold on. I should have brought up this guy. No, I thought, what? Oh, man. All right. That was a huge misplay on my part, but I think we should still be okay. Wow. Garasuni's active. He still can't knock us out. There's a Genesect coming down. He can Megalo Cannon, which doesn't knock us out. And he will Mega. Okay, so we still win. We're good. We're good. I don't. Bad math. Squeaky bad math. I didn't even notice how much HP he was left. I just thought he had 70 like the other one did. And we'll just Solar Blade for the knockout. Taking the game. I mean, there was pretty much he couldn't have really done. If he had someone with this guy, I would have just like Flower Spike, put energy on this guy, and have 2 attackers ready to go if he did promote that Genesect. And there we go, guys. There is the Lurantis Vileplume deck. That game, we priced 2 Glooms, and we're still able to take it. I mean, Genesect Virizion is not a deck we're really seeing anymore, which makes me sad. I love Virizion Genesect. It is still my baby to this day. I mean, I just love that deck. But guys, hope you enjoyed this episode of Expanded Thursday. Ventured into the Lurantis Vileplume, which we've seen Vileplume all the time, but like I said, we haven't really seen this deck that much on this channel. And I thought today was a great day to showcase it off. But guys, hope you enjoyed this video. Thanks for watching. Hope you have a great day. Alrighty, bye. Alright guys, I just want to give a quick shout out to our 3 sponsors, 60 Cards, Yeti Gaming, and the Pokemon Company International. Links to everything will be down below in the description. Thanks for watching. Have a great day. Alrighty.